Good morning. So today I am working on the bottom lake. I'm trying to remove some of the smaller bits and pieces I identified with the owner the other day. So I did try and start this a couple of days ago on the other side of the lake. So I started by removing a coppice sycamore tree. So I cut most of that down, leaving one piece because the owners wanted some privacy. So that didn't quite go to plan because the tools were playing me up the other day. But I managed to get that done, and then on the other side of the path there was a small coppice there, so that was mixed. There's a willow section that I left, and then there was an alder and a hazel on the other side, and I removed the alder and the hazel just to open up the view to the lake a little bit more. So today I'm working on this section over here. So the main thing I'm going to be trying to do today is to remove some of this rhododendron from here. So if you come around this side, you'll be able to see there's a lot of rhododendron there. So that section there is actually on an island, and this is on the bank on this side. And the water does go around in between there. It's probably about 8 foot wide through there. And this is the invasive rhododendron. I can't remember the name of it again, but I will put it down below. So my main thing is, if I remove that rhododendron in the middle there that's growing on the bank, you have a nice clear view around there, and it'll open it up and it'll look a lot better. So yeah, let's see what I can do. So there we go, that's taken about 10 minutes, and I've got a lovely clearing going on through there. Now everything I'm cutting, it's not killing it, it is going to sprout back up from the base. So although it looks a little bit harsh at the moment, it will bush out and fill that gap again. So I'll just clear this rubbish, and I'll probably come back and just trim that so it's a bit more rounded, because I do love this rhododendron archway that we've got here, so I want to keep that, make that more of a feature. So. Well, there we go, there's the first load on. So I'm using this old trailer axle as like a log skid, so it's increasing the amount that I can take in one go, which is good. Still not as good as the quad bike I used to have, but better than nothing. So I'm going to do this in 2 loads because I think there's just too much. Right, and that's load number 2. Right, let's try and trim this up. Okay, I think that's all I can do for now on there. So it's a little bit more rounded. Obviously I can't take too much out at this time of year because it's just about to come into flower. So after it's flowered I can trim that a little bit more, and that will also give a chance for the section over there to bush out a little bit, so it's not looking quite so sparse. Right, so the next bit's just round here, and I don't know why, but you go through this archway, and this archway just seems to me a lovely feature. But then you get round here and it just feels like the trees are falling on you. I think it's because there's nothing on that side supporting it. So the owner's given me permission to take some of these branches back so that the bush will fit out here. Right, so as you come round here now, nice and bright and open, and you can look up and you can see the trees up there, which is lovely. So I've still got to clear the leaves, but I'll do that later. So onto this section here. So that one that's going over there is the next one to go. Now that's the worst of that removed. Let's clear this and then I'll do a bit of tidying up over there. Okay, everything's cleared up now, just the big bits and some rubbish to go from there. But now this is all nice and open here. You can see the rhododendron over on the island there. That's a lovely shaped rhododendron, and it's got all flower buds on there, so that should look fantastic in the spring. And that's better than the rhododendron that was here, because where I keep cutting this back and keeping it like a hedge, I'm cutting the flowers off every time, so you don't actually see any of those flowers. Now, I've left all these small shoots, so all of these are where that rhododendron touched the floor, and it's just rooted and layered itself. And that's why it's an invasive rhododendron, because of the fact it will continue to spread like that. Now, personally, I'd like to take them out and put some different shrubs in here. But one, we haven't got shrubs, and two, I know what the owner's going to do. He's going to complain it's too open. So by leaving those, it shows that there is something. So right, so now I'm up on the bank here. You've got a nice view coming through there. There's a little bit of rhododendron I'd like to trim off there, and then coming around here, there's a few more here to trim off as well. And that will be open all the way around then. So I've got the long-handled loppers with me. We'll try and get some of these bits off. I think I've gone as far as I need to on that side, so before I tidy up, let's take a look at these trees here. Right, well that didn't go to plan. So yeah, I've got two options here. I can either get waders on, get in the water, only my waders leak, so I don't really want to do that. I can try and get a rope around it and see if I can pull it back, or I can lean over and cut it. If I lean over and cut it, risk is it's going to go even further over onto the other bank, and then the top will lean towards me. It's not a particularly large tree, so that wouldn't be a big problem, but I won't have any control over it. Yeah, let's think about this. Okay, let's try the rope. as easy as that. Right, one last one, then I'll get on with tidying up. So this small one in the middle of this cluster is dead, so we'll just cut that down. Right, well I think I've had enough of mess today, so I'm going to turn the camera off now and I'll tidy all this lot and I'll clear some of the leaves and then I'll do a quick walk through afterwards, just showing it all looking beautiful. So right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, well it's actually a couple of days later because it took me longer clearing than I thought, but I've tidied up the ferns here and got the worst of the leaves out of here, but that's looking nice and open across there now. We'll be able to see the rhododendron flower and then I can just trim that up a little bit more in the summer. We have got this concrete platform here. I've cleared the leaves off the top of that. That was put in as a fishing platform, but I don't know whether to try and make something of it or to just try and remove it, but we'll leave that for now. But yeah, as you come through this section here, through our rhododendron archway, come to here and it's lovely and open now, get some nice light in, you can see the trees around. Obviously we've still got these two to be removed, but that'll be done soon hopefully. So I gave this area a general tidy up. We've got quite a few bluebells, daffodils coming up, and we've got quite a lot of crocosmia coming up here. Now it'd be interesting to see, I've never seen the crocosmia here flower. It'd be interesting to see if it does anything with the extra light. But yeah, this is generally looking a lot more open. Managed to clear the leaves out, tidy it all up along here. So there's a couple of bits that I left on the side here. I actually left it for the wildlife. So I was going to take this stump off because of it being dead, but I thought it's not actually doing any harm. And it's got this wonderful little hollow down there, which I think would be brilliant for things to hide in. And again, that is a piece of that sycamore, that branch there. And I've left that over the water because that's brilliant for things like kingfishers to rest on. And we do actually get kingfishers here, which is nice. So, and I've just carried on along here a little way, trimmed some of this off, just raked the rest of the leaves on this section. But yeah, that's all looking nice and open. So if you enjoyed this video, do leave it a like and make sure to subscribe, because today I've actually been working just down there and I've cleared another section as well. So there's plenty more videos like this coming out. But I shall end this video here, and I shall see you later.